Hi there, I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Juan.
And we are Down with the Dominguezes.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cheyenne Dominguez, and I'm here with
Juan Dominguez.
Hi. All right. We have just completed week 8 of quarantine. Oh, my goodness. So it has been a full, complete 2 months at home with the Dominguezes. It's been, we've had some funny moments, and that's what we want to talk with you all about today. But first, we want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there and dedicate this episode to you. I know how hard your job is, and we take our hats off to you. And a special shout out to my mom and stepmom and my mother-in-law.
And to you. Happy Mother's Day, dear.
Thank you, darling. Okay, so let's talk about some funny things that have happened the last 8 weeks of being safe at home and hunkered down.
Do you have a couple of hours? I think our audience should buckle in because we got a lot of stuff here.
We do. So we have learned the importance of having internet connection at home.
Yeah, well,
this is like key during quarantine.
Of course,
you
for
can't
everybody.
Get by without
for
it.
everybody, right? And hopefully everyone out there has got the benefit of having an internet connection. So I was sitting earlier this week doing my work. It was in between video conferences, and all of a sudden I heard, "Oh my God," from our 8-year-old. And then from our 15-year-old, it was something like, "What the..." I don't know what the pillows or something that he said.
Only the worst word.
Yeah. What the pick a bad word. But it was in a panicked, emotional state. And so I had no idea what was going on. It was at the same time. And it was like, and then I heard dad, and I'm thinking the worst. I run out of my bunker basement utility room office, only the best for me. And which
it's a catch-all room, honey, and it's the executive level now. By the way.
It's catch-all. It's catch-all, all right. Yep, it sure is. Luckily, they've got those fake backgrounds. But anyway, I run out into the basement, and I'm thinking of, hey, where are all my weapons of war that I would need to fight off these people that have busted through our house and are
the lightsaber? Grab a lightsaber or something.
A Nerf gun, anything, right? But I'm like, I realize it's just me and my 2 hands and my 2 legs.
Okay.
And I'm ready to do battle. And all of a sudden the kids say, "Dad, the internet's down." As if
it was the end of the world.
As if the house had been lifted off its beams and floated into the air. I mean, they
were not happy about it, were they?
No. No. And so, I was thankful that no one had busted into the house, that there weren't aliens at the door.
Break-in.
No one was bleeding.
No one was hurt or injured.
Everyone was alive, but you would have thought that the worst possible thing had happened.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the kids have, their own way of dealing with stuff during this time. And if you don't know already, our 2 kids have been doing online school at home or homeschooling or
whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you decide to call it. But early on in this process, I asked my husband to be in charge of recess for a number of reasons. So that would give me a little bit of a breather during the day, trying to keep all the balls in the air. And also, give the kids a break to get outside with you. And but boy, you've been in charge of recess, but you can't seem to win or lose. Literally.
I actually never win, and I always lose. So imagine that. So we generally play with my 8-year-old basketball or soccer, some combination thereof. And I like to think I'm still a pretty good athlete, and I can give him a run. And it's a delicate balance between winning, which I'm not allowed to do because that throws him into a tailspin. And at 8,
right? But you're not allowed to lose either.
But I'm not
supposed to.
I'm not supposed to look like I'm throwing the game.
Right.
So if I get ahead and I kind of miss a shot, even if I tried to make it, he'll be like, "Oh, Dad, you're not trying." So it is losing on purpose is not easy, and losing every game 10-9. So it seems competitive, but not looking like you're throwing the last shot is a skill. I don't know if I can market that, but.
So he's ultra competitive and hates to lose. I don't know where he could have could have gotten those qualities. Either kid could have gotten those qualities. Super competitive, hates to lose. It kind of sounds like someone I know really well.
Yeah, well, yes, guilty and guilty for sure. So I don't like losing at anything. But
Oh my gosh.
anyway,
so funny times with the kids.
we usually have a fun time, and I'm sure there's other dads and moms out there that face the same dilemma.
Absolutely.
Once he gets a little older, I can then beat him like my dad did until I could finally beat him for real, which is a nice stretch of like 3 or 4 years where you win all the time. But for now,
because you don't always win with the teenager anymore.
I don't win with the teenager much anymore. No.
Oh my gosh. So if you have a funny story, quarantine story with your kids that you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you. You can leave us a voicemail message on the podcast, or you can just ping either of us on social media, and we'd love to share your story as well. So we've also got funny stories with video meetings because everyone's having video conferencing now, right? So you're doing it in your professional life. I'm doing it. The kids are doing virtual meetings online for school. I mean,
everyone's on video. Everyone's on video. Everyone's a star right now, or not.
Exactly. So there are some downsides to video, as we have learned.
They are indeed, and I'd love to hear some of our audience's video stories, but we'll share a few.
We'll share, yeah.
I was on with a colleague the other day, and we were having a serious conversation, and all of a sudden, her 2 teenagers busted into her office.
Fighting
like a blur of cats and dogs. And the first thing that she cut was the audio. And then you could see her turning back to start screaming at him. And then she cut the video. And it
went silent.
It was silent.
And dark.
It was like the TV used to go out at 3 a.m. back in the old days, just silent. And it was so skillfully done. She came back on video first. And I saw the kids calmly leaving the room, and she must have laid down the law quick. And then the audio came back, and then she seamlessly continued the business conversation as if nothing had happened. It was awesome.
That's what moms do. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to my female colleague. It was great. It was so well done.
And that's how you handle it like a pro.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So I also had a pretty cool one with. My boss hired a comedian to help us facilitate a portion of our team meeting.
That's a great idea.
It was a great idea. It was so different. At first, we weren't really sure what to expect, but once we got into it, it was a lot of fun. She had this little exercise, and she said, "Okay, take the next 3 minutes and tell and write down everything that is funny about you that people may not know."
Okay.
And she just pushed us to keep going and going, and then we got to read some.
Okay. And what did you decide to share with your colleagues that that they didn't know about you, that you felt that they should know about you?
Well, it was funny. I don't know if they should know about it. Like in retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have. But anyway,
maybe you'd like to undo the sharing.
Yeah, and I didn't get to all of them, but here's my short list. So I'm so cheap that I have holes in all my underwear.
Oh God, that's embarrassing, but it's true.
I love playing Army and Nerf guns. I could have been a leg model last episode. Everyone knows that by now.
Everyone's heard that by now. I don't know if everyone knows that and agrees with that, but everyone has heard it.
Okay.
You got to stick to the facts, honey.
My wife doesn't think I'm as funny as I do. I shared that. I like other people's boats. I like other people's shore houses.
Because we have neither.
But I love going to my friends' houses that have a boat, or that have a shore house or a boat, or both.
Of course.
Yep. I don't like tuna from a can.
That is, you'll eat almost everything or anything, but not tuna fish from a can.
Which was the only thing my dad
random.
could make. We lived in the old households where the mom did the household stuff and the dad worked, 50 years ago. But the only thing he would ever make was like this tuna fish from a can sandwich on Saturday.
What he'd make himself?
Yeah,
okay.
That's what he'd make himself on Saturday morning, like at 10:30, like the oddest thing at the oddest time. And once that smell hits me,
it's a strong smell. Yeah.
I just, can't do it. I could eat tuna, but not tuna from a can. Last few things. I think the Yankees are the evil empire.
Oh boy.
I like Tom Brady. A lot of people don't like Tom Brady. I like
you know
them.
what? It's easy to not like a winner after a certain amount of time.
I like them, but I have to tell you, I like Giselle even more.
I'm
Can you say that? It's a G-rated show, but
I'm sure Giselle would appreciate the compliment. I'm sure
she's a great athlete in her own mind, in her own way. She's a great athlete in her own way.
We all know what you mean, honey.
Yeah.
We know what you mean. Oh my goodness. So you've shared all this with your colleagues in the comedy accessorized video conference.
Just a few of them,
Okay.
so everyone had a chance. But I figured I'd give you the full list here.
That is great. I love that you guys had a comedian on that I'm sure was an entertaining hour or however long it was.
Yeah, it was a half hour of the team meeting, and it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
So great idea for anyone that wants to explore that. And then I think we talked about lines we wish we had $1 for.
Hang on, before we jump to that, I have a couple of videos I want to add to your list
that
are so funny. So I don't know. Some of you may have seen this on the news, but there was a newscaster, and I won't name, what the media outlet was, but there was a newscaster who had prepared for his on-air interview, looked very polished from the waist up in his suit, without realizing that the camera angle had also captured part of his legs, and he didn't have any pants on.
Oh boy.
So you can see in the imaging, the top of his thigh, his bare thighs. And of course that screenshots of that have made its way around the internet. And so just a reminder to always be wearing pants.
Always wear pants.
On your video conference calls. You never know if the camera's going to fall down or who knows, but just always be prepared, because this gentleman was not prepared, and his image is all around the world now.
Did he happen to have those little garter sock things? Don't you always find that like an interesting accoutrement? No. I don't have them, but yeah. Anyway.
Okay. And so the other thing is, the kids are online for school a lot now. And sometimes, not always, but occasionally they do have live meetings with either a teacher or with a group from the class. And so my worst nightmare right now is that our youngest is going to be on live video on his laptop, and I'm going to, come out of the bathroom, and he's going to be unexpectedly standing there with the laptop.
Or coming in the bathroom.
Saying, Mom, I need help with this, or my microphone's not working, and I'm going to be.
And you're going to be live.
And I'm going to be live on camera. So I am constantly now telling myself I have to be prepared at any given moment during the day to be on live camera, even if I'm not the one who's doing the video conferencing. So I'm
got to be on your toes.
You've really got to be on your toes in this house. And I'm walking around a little bit nervous, because I'm nervous some teacher's going to see me walking out of the bathroom or getting dressed.
I guess that's
who knows
an advantage of being in the utility room. I don't have to worry about that as much. That's pretty cool.
Much.
And I guess there was a funny one about the sidewalk thing.
Oh yes. So there's this interesting Instagram account that I stumbled upon. So I run this walking club for women. We're celebrating, just the simple act of taking a walk every day, and how that benefits us physically and mentally and emotionally. But anyway, so I get pinged all the time whenever there's kind of stuff in the news about walking for your health, right? And so this article came across my Google News feed about a woman who set up a video camera from her doorbell looking out to her sidewalk. And she basically dedicated the sidewalk in front of her house as an area for silly walks. So she put a sign at one end to the other end of her property and said, in order to continue past the house, you have to do some kind of a silly walk.
That's great.
And it's going to be on camera. And, it sounds like such a kind of quirky thing, but there are dozens and dozens and dozens of these great videos of people of all ages, like really getting into it. There's kids doing the walk like an Egyptian. There's, grown men walking through and doing like high knees, you know,
Nice.
or marching, or kids doing the worm. And it's just, you know, old ladies walking by, coming up, trying to come up
Oh,
with
that's
some kind
great.
of silly walk that would be, you know, interesting on camera. So we'll drop the Instagram link to that, I think it's the Ministry of Silly Walks is what they call it.
Love
but
that.
We'll drop that in the links. But a little fun.
Yeah,
A little fun on video.
A little fun on video. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, before you tell us at the end here about that great class that you found, I'm intrigued. I don't know what it is, but you mentioned something about like some great alternatives for people to just learn new things. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. But we had kind of sat down and said, you know, lines you wish you had $1 for every time you hear them, particularly given our current times. And so there were some good ones. Unprecedented
Times. So yeah, if we had $1 for each of these lines, we'd have a lot of money, as you would all too. And we're guilty of using them just as much as everyone else.
It could be a great drinking game. Out of an abundance of caution.
That's my favorite. Out of an abundance of caution. That's really my favorite because it sounds very responsible. It sounds very grown up.
No doubt about it. What else did you have out there?
Okay. Stay safe out there. Stay safe. That's every day. I'm saying it to everyone I talk to, every one of my friends. I'm like, stay safe. And then after I say it, I'm like, why am I saying this?
You can put it on your email signature. Stay safe out there. No more than 2 packages of toilet paper per customer.
Person. Or anything per person.
2 anything. That's
2 canned goods, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. There's no more than 2 per person. How about we're all in this together? That's used a lot.
That one's used a lot. Social distancing. I mean, I think we've got something here. This could be like, you know, you've run out of things to do with the family, and you know, you put the kids to bed and you have a Saturday night drinking game with your spouse
with
or your significant other.
Lines.
Yep. And anytime you hear that on TV, you can.
I like that. What about are we be handing out masks?
Right.
We'll be handing out masks.
Masks required.
Will be available, right?
Masks not required. Right. I'm so confused. You know, where.
What about virtual tour? Everything is a virtual tour now.
Yes.
I mean, everything, which is, you know, a great way to, you know, keep your customers engaged, right? But everything as a virtual tour now, from homes for sale to national parks to botanical gardens to theme parks. You can take a virtual tour of it's a Small World ride at Disney.
Got it. Are they charging for that?
It's probably very expensive.
Disney could probably use the money right now.
Oh my gosh. So virtual tours everywhere. So what about phase 1? Phase 2, phase 3, that's popular as well. That's growing.
That's growing. That's a growing one, without a doubt. Yep. And governor, right? I never thought I'd know who the governor of every state was. I know them all. Oh, that's the governor from Oklahoma. Oh, that's the one from Florida. Yep. I know them all.
I know them all now.
Yeah. And all 50 states, which is great. So that's.
Look at that. You're getting a lesson in geography.
Yep.
All right.
So tell me about this latest course or experience. Well, maybe they call it experiences now.
Well, you know, you can find an online course for just about anything now. There's lots of at-home workouts, I think, are very popular right now. So in my browsing of at-home workoups, ladies, this is especially for you.
Oh, this was research for the podcast, right?
I stumbled upon, accidentally, the fact that the Las Vegas Chippendales now are offering online workouts. So you can work out online with the Chippendales. You can find them on Instagram. It's Chippendales at Instagram. And so I'm looking at right now, I've pulled up a workout with Ryan. So Ryan will take you through a quick and easy at-home workout for your legs and will get your quads toned. And he says, stay home, stay safe, stay sexy, and stay strong.
Oh, boy.
So there you have it, your special gift for Mother's Day.
Moms, I'm sure Ryan's Instagram is going to be blowing up or whatever it is. But
yeah, so if you're looking for a unique at-home workout for mom, there you go. Chippendales on Instagram.
Ladies, don't delay. You know, I would say the classic words that my dad always echoed after a story like that.
Uh-oh.
Only in America.
Only in America. And there you have it. All right. Thanks for listening to Down with the Dominguezes. If you enjoyed this episode, we would love for you to leave us a review on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. And we would love it if you would share it with a friend as well.
Absolutely. And once again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed Down with the Dominguezes, it would mean so much to us if you'd leave a review and share it with a friend. Thanks, everyone.